Hey there. I'm VegasDiceController coming at you from my craps pit in wonderful Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for tuning in. I'm a little under the weather tonight, so bear with me. Tonight I'm going to demonstrate playing a do side, don't side strategy. It's going to dictate the flow of the game, and it has specific rules as to whether I play do side or don't side. A gentleman named DICE DEGEN CHRIS from YouTube has got a competition going where he had a tournament, and he's got like a bracket, almost like a March Madness bracket. And in a particular video I watched, it was DICE DEGEN CHRIS versus Vince Armenti. It was Vince Armenti's Uptown Downtown versus DICE DEGEN method of play, and whenever he plays. So I will say this, I did look at the minimum bet, maximum bet, kind of average bet. At times, Vince was working, there was approximately 36 total rolls. I can give you the skinny. They had a $500 buy-in. They had, Vince was working on the come-out roll, where DICE DEGEN was not. DICE DEGEN, I believe, started, once the point came out, he was across. And I think he would take 3 hits, and then he would regress, and then he would play out the hand. Accordingly, either collecting, press, collect, or whatever his method of madness was. Vince Armenti, the Uptown Downtown, basically had 160 across, and when he got a hit on either the Uptown bets, he would reduce them down to 32 here, and then when he got a hit on when he got a $14 win, a $14 win, or a $19 win, he would go back up to 30, 25, 25 for one roll. So he's bouncing, he's zigzagging back and forth from either 32 or $80 uptown, okay? Same thing with the downtown, work the same way, okay? Downtown, so 6 to the 4, 30, 25, 25. On a hit, it's gonna pay him 35, it's gonna pay him 35, or it's gonna pay him, he didn't take the vig out, so let's just say 50. If he got the hit, he reduces down to 10, 10, 12. If he gets a hit on here, he goes back up to 30, 25, 25, and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. DICE DEGEN CHRIS basically took 3 rolls, 3 hits, and then he regressed. DICE DEGEN CHRIS was not working on the come out, Vince was. I think there was only one come out 7. Bear with me, I forgot the dice rolls. Let me go get them. Sorry about that. I'm prepared. Okay, apologize for that. I got the dice rolls here. Now you might say, well, you know the dice rolls in advance. Of course, you're going to see it before it happens. Those of you that know me, that this is level 2 of Trendsetter, know that they could call it out if they say I'm doing something out of the ordinary, if I'm doing something to help the hand win or help whatever. Basically, I'm playing do side bets if there's 2 or less 7s in the last 12 rolls. I'm playing don't side bets, don't come. If it's a 3 or more 7s in the last 12 rolls. In the events the 7s start to balance, I neutralize the bet. The don't bet, say it's on the 6. Say I have a $75 don't come, it goes to the 6. And the table starts to balance out, I come back on and I place bet and I neutralize that bet to where it's a wash and I can't lose. That's about it's either do or it's don't. It's pretty straightforward. What I will do is I will keep apples to apples as far as the amount of money at risk to lose to a 7 out. Vince had 160, and the other gentleman had 118, so almost 120. So one guy had 120, one guy had 160. Vince did bounce back and forth from 160 to 112. So he probably averaged right around 130, 140, somewhere in there, exposed to the 7 at all times. So, you know, again, it was between 112 and 160 in that range most of the time. DICE DEGEN CHRIS has had 118, and he reduced to 66, and then he went up from there. So his range was 66 to 120. So I'm going to use 120 as a unit just to keep things fair. and keep things in perspective, that I can never lose more than 120. Okay, that's what I'm going to try to keep things apples to apples, and we're going to see how Trendsetter compares to what they did. Okay, so here we go. With that said, I have here's $100 in reds. We have $400 in green. Okay. Got my Kleenex for my nose. I apologize for the sniffing. Bear with me. So I put all these in the rack. Again, I won't make any bets on the do side for the first 12 rolls. I got to have some roll data. I got to have at least 12 rolls in, 12 to 24 rolls. So I'm already behind the 8-ball 12 rolls because they're making bets. I'm not. I'm tracking the table, and I'm going to let the trend of the table dictate to me what I'm playing. They say that past performance is not indicative of future results, and we're going to find out. Okay, because Trendsetter is based off of past performance. Okay, and as those trends change and they go from positive to negative, I'm going to take the flow of the game. If it starts off positive, I'm going to play positive. If it starts transitioning to negative, I'm going to take the S curve. I'm going to play negative until that trend. And I'll stay in that negative trend until it dictates that things are coming out of the hole and start to rise. I'll play it up on the upswing. In between that point, I'm going to be losing because as it's trending down and I'm playing do side, obviously I'm going to be losing, and vice versa. If I'm playing don't and the trend side comes up, I'm going to be losing on that side as well. Hopefully I win more bets than I lose. Again, I will not have more than $120 at risk to lose at any one point. I'm going to put myself in the same bowl of wax. Trendsetter does not play multiple bets. This particular level, Trendsetter plays either one single bet or the bet is split into 2 bets. So in other words, if I'm playing a $120 unit, I could have a $120 bet on one number. If I decide to split that bet, it's still 120. I'll go 60 and 60. If I decide to do 3 bets, I can go 40, 40, 40, etc. Get the drift? So with that said, we'll fire away. Again, those of you that know Level 2 know that I'm not, pulling any shenanigans here. Anyway, here we go. Let's fire away. And first roll was a come out 5-2. Again, Trendsetter does not make any bets. I'm going to write the rolls here. We have 5-2-7. And there's a come out roll. I'm going to use this top line here for some notes. And a 7 was a come out 7. So I got 2 different ways I track the table. I do track the table on a little sheet of paper. It's like 6 inches by 11. It's a half a sheet of paper basically. And yes, all this information is on that little half sheet. Okay, next roll of the dice is a come out 8. Now I'm not going to go set all their bets up. It's going to take way too long for me to set up their bets. I kind of got the gist of what they did. It was pretty easy to figure out. But it would take too long for me to pay Vince's, pay Chris's, pay mine, and there's not enough space on the table. We'll put I'll put my bank right here. This is my buy-in, 500, and here's the bank off here to the right. Okay? Third roll of the dice is a 5-2, 7 out. So the first thing I'm noticing here is that the 5-2-7 looks to be somewhat dominant in that it came on the first 2 rolls. Okay. All right, so now it's come out roll. Oops, forgot to mark here, but I keep these things in my hand. Maybe I should just keep them with the lids off all the time. Speed things up, speed things up. I'll just put this down here. Okay, I'm gonna hop the 5-2 for 10 bucks. It hit twice, it's come out roll, it hit once on the come out roll. 5-2, not sure if the camera can even see that, 10 bucks. That's kind of a proper bet for a $500 buy-in. Next roll of the dice is a come out 6. Come out 6. Was it it a hard 6? No, I don't think so. This 10 bucks loses. Again, I'm not making any do side place bets or don't side bets until 12 rolls of the dice. Next roll of the dice is an 8. 6 comes 8. 6 comes 8. Next roll of the dice is a 6-point winner. 6-point winner. 6 follows the ace. I want to hop that 5-2 right here. It did follow the 8. 5-2 with a hat right here. It's a late bet, but I'm going to put it on there. Nonetheless, 8 came 6. Point winners. Now it's come out roll. Should have had the puck on here. I apologize for that. Again, I'm just waiting. 6, 8, 6. Come out roll. And 1, 2, 3. Everything looks good. This bet loses. 1 second here. Bear with me, I get this cold. Next roll of the dice is a come out 6-1. I got no 7 showing here. Come out 6-1. Follows the 6. 6, 1, 7. Okay, come out roll. And then next roll of the dice is a come out 9. Come out 9. I'm getting closer to the 12 rolls. And 6 comes 7. 7 comes 9. Okay. And next roll of the dice is a hard 6. Hard 6 follows a 9. Hard 6 follows a 9. The line underneath my number represents a hard way. Next roll of the dice is, I'm going to play the 6-1 here. It's a dead kill to the 7 in my opinion. I'm going to come and play the 6-1 for $10. And next roll of the dice is a 9-point winner. 9-point winner. Okay, 6 comes 9. So now it's still a kill number, but it's not dead to the 7 here. So see what happens. Next roll of the dice is a come out hard 10. Come out hard 10. Come out hard 10 follows 9. I would have hopped that hard 6. I'm going to put down $10 here. I would have hopped that hard 6 on the come out. Maybe I need to slow down a tiny bit. Hard 6 hopping on the come out. I'm at 9. And we have a come out hard 10. I'm going to hop that hard 10 on the come out. Back, for it to happen back to back. Oh, I didn't do the 6. We're not going to go there. Not going to go there. Not going to play it back to back because I didn't play it on this one. But I'll just concentrate on my roll, on my pyramid data here. 10's open. Next roll of the dice. This is the first 10, right? Yeah, we have first 10 coming back. Technically, it's kind of a lost number. Again, we don't know what happened prior to this table, prior to what's showing up. Was that 10 gone 30 rolls prior to what's showing up? Did it hit right before, right in this segment? We have no idea. I do know it's lost because it hasn't hit here. So I still count as a lost number technically. Next roll of the dice is a 6-1-7. So Steve Nelly plays that roll. I know he plays that hard 10 on the come out. He plays the 7 to hit the next roll. Hats off to Steve here because he would have won this bet if he was on this table. Okay, so we go 10. We got a 7. All right. So now we have 12 rolls in. Okay, so we got 12 rolls. Trendsetter looks over the last 12 rolls, and if I got 2 or less, I am going to make a do side bet. 3 or more, I'm making a don't side bet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 7s. 4 7s. The question I ask myself is, in the last 2 shooters, did any of those 7s go 0.7 or a come out 7? And the answer is yes. It has 0.7 right here. That's on the 3rd shooter back, because here is 1 shooter right? This is actually, yeah, last two, this is the same, 2 shooters. And I had 1 shooter, 2 shooters, right? 2 shooters. So this, we're on to the 3rd shooter. So the last 2 shooters, we did have a PSO or a come out 7. So when that happens, I am going to lay the point once the point comes out. The reason for that is when I don't come bet, may never get up to a number, may never get there. So puck is off, and this bet loses. The hop bet loses. So I'm down probably $40, $50 right now. I haven't even got a place bet on the table yet. Next roll of the dice is a come out 4. Come out 4. Like I said, those guys were already making money or not making money, whatever that was going on. They had a 12-roll advantage over me. So points of 4. So we're gonna remember we cannot lose more than 120, right? So you got 120. We're gonna lay the point. Points of 4. I'll just put it back here and put a lay button on it. We look in the 4 column, and it's nothing. There's no rolls, nothing. Again, this technically lost. It sucks because if I was 18 rolls or beyond and this happened, I would definitely be firing on that 7 on this next roll. But it's not. Next roll of the dice is a 10. 10 easy. Believe it came easy. Nope, it came hard. 4 came 10 hard. 9 came 10, make sure I got this right. 10 came, okay, we should be good. We got 12, 13, 14 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And the 14 one's going to be the next one I write. Okay. 7, 8, 6, 9. Oh, I didn't mark the 8. There's an 8 in here. That's right, that's my other number. Okay. All right, with that said, 10 was the last number roll. I look in the 10 column. I already got my don't bet. I got my 1 bet on the table. It came 6-1. I'm gonna hop the 6-1 for $10. Probably could be 15 right now because I've already lost 5 $10 bets. I need to increase that up a nickel each time, but I'll just keep it at 10. And the next roll of the dice is a 6-1, 7 out. So we catch our 6-1. Past performance is indicative of future results, and we catch our win. This bid is gonna pay $60. They didn't take out VIG on their place bet, so I won't take them out on. I will not take them out on the. That would be a $3 VIG. So they weren't paying them either. So we'll go ahead and put this in a rack. And that $10 bet is $80 and down. 80 bucks, so they'll go like this. I'm sorry, 160 and down. It's $80 for every 5. I got two units of 5, so the bet is just like this. Just like this. So that's 160 and down. Okay, we're on to the next shooter. Puck's off. So again, I ask myself, how many 7s do I have in the last 12 rolls? Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 7s in the last 12 rolls. If I have more than 2, I'm playing. In the last 2 shooters, did it go 0.7? No. This guy did not go 0.7, and this guy did not go 0.7. So I'm gonna make a don't come bet. So the shooter comes out, and he comes out on his come out roll. Typically I'd be looking for these 2 last numbers to duplicate themselves, but it came a 5. Scares me a little bit because that's the first 5. If I look at this column right here, I have no 4 and I got no 5. And I got no 4 and no 5. That's lost. 4 and 5 is lost. And this helps me track my dominant numbers. If I look back the last 6 to 8 rolls, 2 9s, 2 6s, 3 6s, I'm gonna say 6 and 9s are dominant. I'd like to be on the 6 and 9 on deuce side. However, I got too many 7s. The table's telling me right now, stay off the deuce side of the game. So we're gonna make a $120. Again, this is my max risk in the don't come. Units of 5. Again, I look in the 5 column, I got nothing here. I got no hot bets, potential hot bets. Again, their average bet was around 130. So 120, if I was a hop a $10 bet right now, it would be 130 exposed to the next roll. If a bad number was to show or something, I'm gonna lose 130. That's what they were averaging on a loss. The next roll of the dice is a 3 craps. So 120. I will go 125 for 5. 125 for 5. Trying to get that to a number. Next roll of the dice. Another 3 craps. Another 125 for 5. 125. 3 craps. Next roll of the dice is an 8 easy. This travels to the 8. A lot of guys, now that is not a lay bet now. So there's an advantage over to doing a don't come over a don't pass because of the prior situations with the come out 7s, I was forced to lay the point as opposed to just making a straight don't pass. I couldn't afford to take that risk for that potential come out 7 because we had 2 of them earlier back. Okay. So we have an 8. Now, at this point, I'm focusing on my last, looking at where these 7s are located. Okay, and that next roll of the dice is a 6. And if you look at our last 12 rolls right now, this goes to a, this is an 8. And that's a 6. Okay, if you look at our last 12 rolls right now, we have 2 7s. We have less than 3 7s. So now I'm going to make a $120 place bet on the 8. I'm neutralizing that bet. I cannot lose that bet. Now it's starting to shift. You see this? Look at all these numbers being rolled with only 2 7s in the last 12 numbers. Is it going to continue? We have no idea. It could be a 7 on the very next roll. Next roll of the dice is a hard 4. So that 8 came 6. Look at this pattern too. I want you to see this. 8, 6, 8, 6. Okay? That would have been a winner on a different level of the Trendsetter that I play. This bet here would have won. But I want to keep an eye on that because those are hopping opportunities if that starts to clump up with 6s in that 8 column. Okay? Next roll of the dice after the 6. See, I'm in the 6. I'm going to make sure I didn't fall behind here. Really easy for me to make a mistake because I'm doing this sideways. 6 comes 9. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to be a little cautious here of that 7. I am neutralized. At this point, I'm looking to look back. Actually, 1, 2, blew that, didn't I? Now the 9 doubled first, so the 10. So here we would be on 2 bets right here. Looking back at what numbers have doubled, we got 10, 10, 9, 9. So I'm going to be betting 10 and 9. 10 and 9. So I'm going to be betting a 60 and 60. Remember, this bet is neutralized. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to be one bet's going to win, one bet's going to lose. I might win a few bucks if the 8 hits. This is why you never want to take down a don't bet. I know I was watching Waylon's Way, and he was doing like a ladder. Well, his ladder. It's a chase. You're moving up as you lose. So you're basically chasing your losses in a slower, in an indirect. It's not a martingale. He was doing a DeLambert, I think, method of you do the 2 units and you add the last 2 together. Oh no, DeLambert is the 1-1-1 system. Okay, that's right. Gotta get them right here. Anyway, nonetheless, I got 2 bets. I'm gonna be on the 10. Place bet the 10. Place bet the 9. These are my 2 bets of a 120. if the 7 was to show right now, this is going to wash out and I'm going to lose 120. The most I can lose on the table right now is 120. That's less than what they were losing. Okay. Next roll of the dice after the 6 was a 4. 6 comes 4. 6 comes 4. And I think I forgot the 5 here. Is that right? Yeah. So 7's definitely dominant here. And that's why we were playing the don't. So again, I'm letting the table dictate to me what I do. This is how you conserve your bankroll. This is how you play into the trend of the table. So we look in the 4 column, we have a hard 10. I'm going to hop that hard 10 for $10. I don't have any change. I'm going to get 50 in red. $5. Match it. It's 50. 50. We need some other green chips. We'll get them if we need them. So we're going to hop that hard 10 right here. Hard 10 right here. Next roll of the dice is a 5 winner, 5-point winner. 4 comes 5, and 5 comes 3, 8. I messed up a number here. Let me make sure. Last 6 comes 4. 8 comes 6. 9 comes, okay. 10. Okay. Okay. Puck's off. Puck's off. And it's come out roll. Because I'm going to win on the 7 here, I can work this bet on the come out roll. I tell the dealers I'm working the 8. Okay? I'm working the 8. I don't care if the 7 comes out. If the 8 comes out, I want to get paid. This bet's neutralized. This is not my play right now. This is my play. Okay, the puck comes out, or the dice, the puck's off the table, and it's come out roll, and it's a come out 6. Come out 6. 5 comes 6. So next roll of the dice. Next roll of the dice, we do have a 5, 6 to the ladder here. You got a 5, 6, 7. We got the 7s up come 6, 1. I could throw in a 6, 1, 5, 2 split. 6, 1, 5, 2. I'm going to win here. Point is a 6. Next roll of the dice is a no hard ways here. It's a hard 10. Hard 10. 6 comes hard 10. Okie dokie. So 10's going to pay 60. He's going to pay 120. We'll go 125 for 5. For 5. We put that. Mark that 10 in the 6 column. We did that. We look in the 10 column. We got a double kill here. So I can do 1 or 2 things here. I can keep the bets working and neutralize them, or I could call them off. So it doesn't matter. What I typically do here is I lay the point, and so if the point, so I'm neutralizing these bets. This is already neutralized, so I'm going to lay the point for 120. Laying the point again. The most I can lose here is just a few bucks. If the 7 comes, this is going to wash. Everything's working here. This 120, 60, 60. This coming 100. I got $20 at risk right now. This bet loses from earlier. This hard 10 loses from earlier. Forgot to take it down. We are going to hop the 6-1. I'm going to get another 50 and change. So I got an indicator. This is what I call a double kill. The 7s follow the 10. So I have a lay bet. I'm laying the point, and I'm going to hop. And I'm going to hop I'm gonna hop the sevens. If that was 2 7s, 6 1 5 2, I'd hop them both, but it's only one, 6 1. Okay? Excuse me, using my shirt to wipe my nose. Next roll of the dice is after the 10. After the hard 10 came a 9. Hard 10 comes 9. Hard 10 comes a 9. 60 is going to pay 84. We're going to go, where's all my green chips? 75, 84. 84. Okay, we're past that negative trend, right? So we're going to pick up the lay. This bet loses. We're back to, this is neutralized. These are the two bets. We look in the 9 column, and we got our place bet still on the 2 dominant numbers. It has shifted to a 3rd number. If you look back here now, we got the 2 10s, we got the 2 9s. We also got 2 6s recently. So we could shift to, actually our 3 numbers, if we're going to play 3, are going to be 5, 6, and 10. So we can do them for $40 each, roughly. So we're going to take, that's neutralized. Just for the sake of argument here, we're going to go, can we go 40? $40, 36, and 36. That's neutralized. 6. 25. So we still have the same 36 times 3, about the same as what they had at risk to the 7. Remember, this is neutralized. This is going to wash. These are the bets I'm going to lose if the bad number shows. Okay? So look in the 9 just rolled. Let me just come over here and quickly do this. Dominant now is going to be 6, 5, and 6. This is recent dominant. 5 and 6. Lost, we got 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. 9 was lost. 9 was lost. And that's the number I looked to hit in the first 5 rolls. And look at it, the very first roll. This is level 6 of Trendsetter, lost number returning, LNR. When it's gone in this row, you play it for the first 4 or 5 rolls. Look at this, 4 and 5 missing, 4 and 5, okay? 9 missing, 9 hits the very first roll. This is why I play it for the first 4 or 5 rolls. That's a different level of Trendsetter. I'm not playing that level on this table right now. I'm only playing one level to try to keep things in perspective to what they were doing. Okay, we basically have 2 bets on the table. They had 6 at times. I only have 2. Okay? Actually, I got 3 now. I got the 6, the 9, and the 10. Okay? So I look in the 9 column. We have a 6 and the 10 that have both hit. We're going to hop them both. They both hit hard. Hard 10 for 10. Hard 6 for 10. Next roll of the dice is an 8. Is an 8. Okay, 9 comes 8. Okay, so this 8 loses 120. And this 8 wins 140. I'm not sure you can see that. 125. So by neutralizing the bet, I picked up 20 bucks. Okay? And 9 comes 8. We're almost done. We look at the 8 column and the 6 hit. 6 hits twice in the 8 column. That is the daily double play. We could hop the easy 6s for 10 bucks. We lose this money here. Hop the easy 6 for 10 bucks. Where's she at? 6 is gonna be here and here. Next roll of the dice is, I got the 4 there, right? Nope, the 4. 4 is next roll. 94. 8 comes forward. Okay. Look in the 4 column. Again, we're playing a hot roll. Normally we play one number. You can see here how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got more than 9 numbers without a 7. We're playing deuce side. This run could run up into a 50, 60, 30, 40, 50 roll hand. Okay? So we still got our 3 favorable numbers right now. And in the 4 column we have a 10. We're going to hop it for 10 bucks. And the next roll of the dice is a 4, 3, 7 out. 4, 3, 7 out. So we are onto a little run. Onto a little run, and just couldn't get there. Looked like it had some potential to take off. Okay, puck is off. We look, the last 12 rolls, we got 1, 7. We know we're playing deuce side. We know we're playing deuce side. So if you look back at the last 12 rolls, what do you have? 4, 8, 9, 10, 6, 4. That's 2 4s. 2 4s, 2 6s, 2 8s, 2 5s. Okay? Okay. So with the point, we're going to let the point come out. Point comes out and it's a hard 6. Hard 6, I think. Hard 6. So we have a ladder to the 7 right here, building up on the next shooter. However, I think he stops before that. So we weren't playing the back-to-back. Hard ways to happen. So again, now we look back, and we have 1 6, 2 6s, 3 6s. So you got in the last 8 rolls, we got 3 6s. We're going to place bet the point. Point's a 6. And place the point. However, if the 4, the 8, or the 9, or the 10 hit on the next roll, I'm going to split this bet into 2. Okay? Because that means I'm going to have 2 4s, or 2 8s, or 2 9s before I have, or 2 10s before I have 2 6s. Okay? All right. Next roll of the dice is a 6 winner. So we did predict the correct number to hit. 6 comes 6. Well, I would have thrown out 10 bucks right here. So I'm going to waste that $10. I've been trying to be honest about this. I didn't catch it. Normally I'm looking in my column to see if something hopped. I would have hopped the 10 and I would have lost. Beautiful. Okay. You wouldn't think these Faro chips would have fell over. These are Faro chips. These are probably the best chips you can get. They're Top Hat and Cane Faro chips. These are really casino grade chips. They're like almost like $4 a piece for these chips. I got them in reds, greens, blacks. So it's come out roll. We look in here, we're gonna hop that 10 again. It is coming out, we have nothing working at this point. Did I pay myself for that yet? I don't think I did. I'll have to watch the video. I don't think I did because I take my bets on after they hit. So I would have paid 140. I don't think I paid it yet. 120. Stays 140. I do not think, I'm almost positive I didn't take, because I would have taken it down because it was a full unit hit. Puck's off. And then now we hop look in the 6 column, we're going to hop that 10. And the next roll of the dice is a come out 5. Come out 5. Okay, so we look at our 5 column, we have a 6 and an 8. It's probably the slowest number. You would think it'd start making up some ground. There's a potential we're going to have a little run on 5s. Looks like it's a little behind. So we look back from this point. We look back, and it's pretty simple what our bet is. Our bet's going to be the 6. It's pretty dead obvious here. The 6 hit twice in the last 8 to 10 rolls. It hit 3 times. We're going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit 3 times. 6 is the play for 120. Pretty simple. But you can see where I have a huge advantage over the guys that are doing, it's the same risk. So Chris that went, he had $118, Chris did, across. Vince had 160 across. The most he's going to win, he had a quarter, the most he's going to win is 50, 35, 35. The most DICE DEGEN was going to win, he was going to win 28, 30, 28, 28. He's roughly going to get $30 a hit. Look what I'm getting. It's the same risk. 120. Points of 5. Next roll of the dice is a 9. Again, if a 5 or a 9 hit before I win on the 6, I'm splitting that bet. Okay? I look in the 9 column and we have hopping, we got a 10 and a 6, hit hard. So we're going to hop the 10 and the 6. Hard. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I had my bets right here. Shit, I forgot to write them out. Well, I placed them on here, so that was probably good enough. Damn it. Had that all set up to do that too. So you guys can see the bets. But you saw them on the felt, same thing. Next roll of the dice is a hard 10. And you see how that pattern duplicated itself, okay? These patterns happen all the time on the craps table. Hard ways will tend to follow each other within a couple of boxes. The 7s will repeat themselves. The 5, 6, 7 to the ladder. When they get to this point, you better have your deuce-side bets off, or you better have some sort of neutralization. If you have deuce-side bets of $90, you better have a $90 bet on the backside, minimum, to neutralize, if not more, to win. You want to come out of the hand on a win on every roll of the dice. A potential win, okay? With that said, so I lose this $10 on the 6, and the $10 on the 10 is going to pay $160 for every 155 plus the bet, so 116 down for 5, so it's 320 and down. 155, 310 and down, 310 and down. 3, and my $10 back. 10 and down. That was a hard 10. Followed the 9. Okay, we got that down. We didn't write that down here. Okay, points of 5. Okay, so we have a double. Now we have a double kill on the 6. I can either pull the bet up, option number 1. I can pull the bet up. I can neutralize the bet. I can lay the point, lay a lost number. Those are the rules for this level, okay? So I'm still going to only have $120 exposed, max, to lose. Same as what those guys had. So I look back here, and I quickly look on my board, and I say, what's lost? I got a 4, a 5, a 6, an 8. I got nothing lost. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rolls. I've hit all the numbers. Typically, you're going to have one number that's maybe 15, 20, 30 rolls that's missing. That's the one that I wanted to lay on, okay? I don't. So I'm gonna have to lay to win 120, but the max I can set up to lose, if the 5 hits, I'm gonna lose one. If I do it for 120 would be about, I think it's like 180. I have to lay 180 to win 120. Well, that's if the 5 hits, I lose 180. That's more than what they had on the wrist, so I can't do that. So I just gotta let me get some change. So I'm gonna lay 120 on the point, and I'll reduce this bet to 60. Now I will come out with a win if something bad happens. Okay, that's on. That's a lay. Okay, so there we go. 120 wins 80. I got 60. Okay. And I'm going to hop the 6-1 for 10. We got 120, 130. Okay, so the most I can lose is 130 here. Next roll of the dice is a 4-3. Typically, I play 2 7s, and I'm gonna let you know I did not do it here. I don't want you to think because I played in 2 7s, I picked the other correct 7 out. It did come out a 4-3, 7 out. It was not a 6-1. But this rule of Trendsetter plays 2 levels. How does it pick the other 7 out? It picks this one out, and it's the last one rolled, this one, 4-3, and it would have hit. So my $10 hop would have also been on 4-3. That would have been an additional 150, but I'm not going to count that. Okay, that's it, pretty much it. The 7 shows, I lose the 60. I get paid 120 wins 80. 120 wins 80. Here's my 120. And that's it. That's it. Let's bring it out and see how we did. We definitely did good. This bit loses. I think that's it. 30 should have been like close to 36 rolls. So there's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 rolls. 2 shy of 36. 500. So there is the buy-in. Quarter for that. So we got profit-wise, $500 was the buy-in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50, 62. 13, 62. So, TRENDSETTER CRAPS, level 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50, 62. 1, 3, 6, 1362 versus 373 and 376. You can see I'm practically 350% greater than theirs. I did a video last week on a private video that I did on somebody's roll. I played out one of the levels of Trendsetter against it. The gentleman, it was Waylon's Ways, his ladder system on, I think he had, I think it was a 5 and 9, no, 4 and 10 ladder, or 5 and 9, I can't remember which one it was. It was the one where he made $1,337 profit. Mine made $4,500. So again, it made 350% greater than his did, and his was a really good session. These guys actually lost 114 and 127. where I won 7, 8, 50. I won 860. So they were down 120 and 114, and I was plus 860. So anyway, again, there's a lot of intricacies with the levels of Trendsetter. Level 1 is based off of pass and don't pass. It plays it plays like Baccarat trends. I know, Vince, you were talking about Baccarat. You might be interested in this, but it plays Baccarat trends. I played singles, doubles, triples, chops, and I played patterns not to reach a certain thing, and the patterns actually will sit there and duplicate themselves. I only play the third event in these patterns. I don't play every single hand. You saw how many bets I made on the table. Weren't very many. But look how solid this was. Look how successful this was in hitting these bets. What was my win percentage of the bets that I put on the table? Very strong, very strong. I took 20 years to develop this Trendsetter, and I've been playing dice for 38 years now. 37 years I've been playing dice, but I've been focusing on the Trendsetter about the last, we're in 2022 right now, so it's actually 24 years. I did it in 1998 is when I started. Started with level 1, and eventually, as I got into things and started seeing more and more things on the table, I transitioned into different levels of the game. And during the course of the game, I only play 2 or 3 levels. 2 is pretty easy to play for everybody once you know them. You can see how it was easy with the $500 buy-in. I doubled, my buy-in was $500, I cashed out at $1360. That's over 100%. Okay, return on risk. So anyway, had I been playing a second level of Trendsetter, maybe level 1 along with this, which is pass and don't pass, I could have capitalized, but pass and don't pass, I need to be there for at least 144 rolls. We're only here at 36. So I couldn't have used that level for this method. So level 2 works, it's good. It works do side and don't side bets depending on which way the 7s are coming. See, I let the table tell me which side of the game I'm going to be on. Okay, now a lot of you guys are do side players only. You're strictly do side. Some of you are strictly don't side. I think the guys who play one side of the table keep the lights on in the casino. I think whether it's do side play or don't side play, if you play one side, you're going to be, in my opinion, no offense to anybody, but you're going to be a long-time loser because the house advantage is going to eat you alive. And you know, I learned the hard way myself. It took me a while to learn this. It took me a while to figure this out. And anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And if you guys want to send me some dice rolls and you want to send me a session, you see something similar to this that guys do online. I don't sit there and watch all these YouTube. I happened to catch it today because I was watching the Vince Armenti interview with Dave with Same Bet. And it transitioned into something, and I clicked, I thought it was Vince's video. It was actually this guy doing a video about Vince's Uptown Downtown. That's how I caught it. I'm not even a subscriber of him. So I'm gonna subscribe to him here. Seems like a pretty cool dude. He's out there making videos and putting his knowledge and you know, getting exposed on the internet. So check him out. His name is DICE DEGEN CHRIS. So he's got a little tournament going, a little bracket system, pretty cool. Guy's got time and got energy for that. Hats off to him. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Until next time, again, if you want to send me if you want me to teach something on my table, if you're interested in learning about something, if I can do it without giving away the farm, I'll help you out. Send me an email to VegasDiceController@gmail.com, and I'll make a video on it. And I'll teach you into something that you like. You know, I got a comment about a guy. He said it was basically on dice combinations, and he made a comment about it was on one of my dice sets, and he said it was like way over his head. And I told him, I said, I apologize. Probably should have put on the video that this is more for advanced dice control. You know, he was a beginner and he wanted to learn the game. It was just way over his head. He didn't know some of the things I was talking about when I was talking about dice combinations, and I was talking about, you know, play the dice combinations that are in the set, you know, to your strength and you know, etc. And I was laying out the percentages on how they won and how it favored versus like a hardware set or like a 3V set or a 2V set. And it was too much. It was too much. And he told me it was too much. And I thought about it. I said, shit, I gave him no warning ahead of time. So he had no warning maybe if you saw the first thing in the video, I said this is for advanced dice. If you're a beginner, you probably shouldn't watch this. You know, I don't want to confuse you about anything, but you know, as you get into the game, I've been doing this 36 years. I've been through the growing pains. I've lost thousands of dollars finding out the hard way on things. So I know it works. I know what happens in the casinos. The casinos don't always use favorable dice. I know I have some buddies that really talk into that. They get into about the bad dice on the casino. I let the bad dice work in my favor. If the casinos are going to run dice that are going to run a certain group of sevens stronger than others, some people say it's a table variance. I tend to disagree. I've seen it happen time and time again because I'm tracking. Talk to the guys that are tracking, they'll tell you. I was on a table and I told this story many times with the guys from Craps Nation. They were in town. We were at the Silverton, and like this is the double kill right here. We had a 4-3-7 follow the 5 twice. So I jump on it in the 5 column. The next time the 5 rolled, I hopped the 4-3-7 on the next roll, and I called my due side bets off, and I laid the point, and I laid a lost number, and I hopped the 4-3, and next roll was a 4-3. I got paid $80 and down for my hop of the 7. My don't pass bet that I laid in the moment won, and my late lost number won. Boom. 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, the 5 rolls again. I'm into a triple kill situation where sorry I'm getting off tangent here, but this is pretty cool. Say it went 7-3. I write the 7 to 7-3, meaning the 7 came 4-3. But I want to see the 7 in my writing. So I write it like that, 7-3, 7-3, or 7-1, or 7-2. Okay, this one hit, that's 3 in a row. 5 came a few minutes later, it rolled. Next roll of the dice, I hopped the 5-3 for $10. I lay the point, lay the lost number. I didn't do it for enough, but I did it for $10. It wins $150. That was a good bet. I did not think it was going to continue. I said to myself, why am I going to waste $15 or $20? It should have been double the bet. I won 10, next one should be 20. The next one should be 40, next one should be 80, etc. I could have crushed it for thousands. Instead, I had a good payout. I won like $1,000 just on this little run. The next time around, I did it for $10 again. It hit. Hit 6 times in a row. 6 times in a row. I had 10 guys there from Craps Nation that all saw it. Then it skipped, and it hit a 6-1, and it came back to a 4-3. This is where that 7-1, I lose here, but I still pick up my lay. I still pick up my don't pass. I crushed it on that little run. And then the 5 balanced out, and the trend went away. But if you want to learn more about this, I teach it on this table right here through Skype. I teach it through one-on-one training. It's not cheap. It's not cheap what I do, but I guarantee you'll recover your investment back in the first month that you play. Okay? Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Have a good evening. Peace.